Hi everyone. Hi everyone again. Welcome to Girls for STEM. Again, this is Girls for STEM. We are here to encourage girls pursue STEM. We are here to, acknowledge other scientists who have navigated this sector, and we are here to show these girls to the endeavors, the technology, so that they can have a real feel of technology. So we have some guests here on my channel. Guys, enjoy. Feel free to ask questions. Feel free to, comment. It's an interactive session, so enjoy, guys. So my first guest is going to be John Toure. He is going to we're going to discuss about cybersecurity. I hope you guys are interested about that. So John has been with us before, so he's going to introduce himself as well. Okay, so let me just bring in John. Hi John, how are you?
Hi,
Nice
Kristen.
to have you here. So if you can introduce yourself to my viewers, I know you've been here before, but most people are just coming in for the first time. Yeah.
Oh, hello. I'm Jonas Toure from Sierra Leone, and I'm a network security engineer and software engineer, cybersecurity engineer, and a security researcher. Um, I'm a security researcher for integrity, and recently I've applied for SINAC, but I'm waiting for approval. And my hobbies here, I like playing CTFs. I know you must be wondering what a CTF. CTF is just a kind of game where you use real hacking tools, which hackers use to compromise hosts. I like playing CTFs from Hack the Box, Try Hack Me, Pound Till Down, and Offensive Security Lab. They have good CTFs if you want to play with and
Yeah, sorry about that. He's zooming out. Hope he can come back again. So yes, guys, I was just saying we're here to acknowledge other scientists,
try.
other engineers.
Over to you, Christine.
Oh, okay. There he goes. Yes. Go ahead, John. Yeah, so he's zooming out, in and out. Okay, go ahead, John, again.
Uh, Sorry, because of the network, in Sierra Leone here we have some bad weather and that network problems everywhere.
Yes,
So I'm back now.
yes. Go ahead, yeah.
Okay, so I hope you guys heard my I've introduced myself. You got that
Maybe if
point,
you can
right?
just reintroduce one more time. So, guys, John Toure is
Okay,
from Sierra Leone. So maybe you can tell them just a little bit background of yourself.
okay. I'm a network security engineer, a software engineer, cybersecurity engineer, and a security researcher. At Recently joined Integrity as a security researcher, and I've applied for SINAC, but I'm waiting for approval to finally join the team. Um, my hobbies here, I like playing CTFs. I know what you must be wondering what is CTF, and CTF is just a kind of game where you use real world hacking tools to compromise hosts.
Mhm.
Yeah, to find something, to find encoded string which we call flags. I
Yes.
like playing CTF from Hack the Box, Try Hack Me, Pound Till Down, and Offensive Security. Yeah, that's what I can say by myself for myself, because that's all. Over to you, Christine.
Wow. So that's very interesting. So a lot of people don't really understand cybersecurity, what it is. How is it a good thing, especially what does it protect us from? And if you can just, elaborate a little bit about that. How can my viewers understand cybersecurity in a very good way that they can protect themselves?
Okay. First, I would like to talk about a domain and cybersecurity, which we call information security, because information security is one of the key concepts right now. Most organizations are suffering from because they want to have their data protected.
Yeah.
So that's where cybersecurity comes to play. So first off, I'm gonna say information security. is a tool or process which organizations use to protect information, like their personal information, or um, you can have something you want to protect, the information you want to protect. You don't want somebody from who is not authorized to see it, to look at it. And information security, these things include, we're gonna include policy settings, um, like you set policies in your organization. Say if you need to follow these policies, these rules. So,
Yes.
and information security is wide. It's wide. It's very very wide. It's a broad domain. It ranges from network and infrastructure security to auditing and testing, all that. But when we look at information security here, we talk about three pillars, that three principles of information security,
Yeah.
which we call number one, we have confidentiality, we have integrity, and we have availability.
Yeah.
So what do we mean by we say confidentiality? If you want to keep your things confidential, you say this thing is confidential. Is this thing gonna be between me and Christine? Only people
Yeah.
who authorize to see it. Like I authorize Christine to see the stuff, so Christine can always see it. So that we talk about confidentiality. We don't need third party to see this thing. So how are we gonna
Yeah.
protect that? How are we gonna make sure that nobody sees this thing? So we have what we call encryption. So you
Mm.
encrypt your data, because if you encrypt your data, nobody can see it till just the authorized, only the authorized person can see that data, because he's the person who knows how to decrypt it. So that's the
Yeah.
first step we need to take into consideration if we want to keep our stuff confidential.
Yeah.
Then we talk about integrity again. So when we say integrity, we talk about the trustworthiness of data. If this data is really, it is what it said it is. How are we gonna
Yeah.
know this data is not been tampered with? It's not been changed. It is the same
Yes.
data that I sent to Christine, and Christine read it. This is the same thing. So
Yeah.
we have what we call hashes. So like if like I want to download this, I went to a site, I want to download this image distributions, like Linux distribution images, ISO files. But they sometimes they do put the something what they call MD hash by the provider, the manufacturer, because they have the authentic document, the original document. So they're gonna MD5 hash it. And if you download that document, how are you gonna check that this is the exact thing that I've downloaded? You to need
Yeah.
to test that. You're gonna hash your file you downloaded. Then you compare it with the hash that it is in the hash that is provided by the manufacturer. If it's the same,
Yeah.
then we're gonna say this thing is authentic, and this thing it is what it say it is. So the good way how you should check that is by doing hashes.
Yeah.
And we talk about availability. What do we mean by availability? For example, if I'm a cloud service provider, I provide I I'm a cloud service like Amazon. So how I'm not gonna find my customers, because how I'm gonna say this thing is 24/7 up there. This service is providable whenever you need it. You can access it wherever you are and whenever you want. So that the threat sitting behind this availability is what we call DOS attack. You might fall under DOS attack, and DOS attack means denial of service attack. Because if your system or your organization is under DOS attack, that means you cannot provide service for your customers. So that's the main key things you should take into
So,
consideration.
sorry, John, not to cut you. So I just want to talk to my viewers. So, guys, welcome to Girls for STEM. Again, this is STEM Hangout for engineers and scientists, where they can share their STEM and also how they navigated their STEM. So we have John Toure. He's showing us, he's a cybersecurity engineer. So he's telling us what is cybersecurity, what are the protections that are there. So that's what he's trying to explain here. If you're just joining in just now, so please ask questions. Feel free to ask any questions. So please continue, John. And John is from
Okay.
Cameroon, guys. He's bouncing from
Yeah,
Cameroon.
you. Sierra
Yeah, oh,
Leone,
Sierra
Sierra Leone.
Leone. Sorry, I'm sorry. Yes,
Yeah, I'm from
yes, from
Sierra
Sierra
Leone.
Leone. Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, now let's move further. We done with the three pillars or the principle of information security. Now we talk about threats. We talk about threats. You might be heard about this threats. What is threat? Threat is something that might expose your system to vulnerability. Yeah,
Yes.
threat can be anything. It can come from areas you might not even consider that this can cause a threat in my system or my organization. So we look at some key area threat. We know we have a lot of them, but I'm just gonna talk about few here. First, we talk about physical threats. How this physical threat gonna happen? Said, oh, this physical threat. Yeah, it's a physical threat. Just take for example, I'm sitting in a coffee shop. Then
Yeah.
I want to use the restroom. Then I left I leave my computer or my
Love.
system,
Yes.
my phone on without watching it. Somebody might come in and steal it. And you
Yeah.
know what that means when you lost your computer or your phone, you
Hmm.
have a lot of data that you don't want to lose. So you lose that, and that's a physical threat to you. So you need to protect that. And you like we talk about intrusion again. Somebody might come in, and that's physical threat. You might have you might leave your system without having password in it.
Mm.
Somebody might just sneak in and watch what you're doing. Might go into your social media account or your bank account, your online
Yeah.
banking account, and do some transaction that you might not even aware of. So that's
Yes.
all what we call that's a physical threat. You might not even consider that somebody can do it, but
Hmm.
it's happening around a lot. We've heard about a lot of scenarios that. Then we talk about natural threats. What are these natural threats? When we talk about natural threats, we talk about earthquakes, like volcanoes. We talk about natural disasters like weather, thunderstorms, lightning. Like you might have a data warehouse or a data center which earthquake can occur in that area. You know what that means if earthquake occur in your data center where all your customer data are. You
Yeah.
might lose everything because of that. Then we talk about human threats again. Human threats, yeah, we talk about hackers. Somebody might sit very far away from you and get to compromise your machine and do something that you might not even aware of, like stealing documents or for malicious intent. So these are all
Yeah.
human threats. Then we talk about again social engineering. Yeah, I
Wow.
might
So
let's
there
say
are there are so many threats that are out there.
yeah, there are a lot of threats out there which you might not
So
even aware of that.
how can we protect ourselves from those threats? Because now our lives will be on social media. We are on social media right now. We have so many things that we do on social media. So how can we ask just normal, like my viewers, anyone, how can we protect ourselves against such attacks?
Yeah, first you need to take you need to make sure that like how let me just I just want to use a simple term where I can put this. I don't want to use buzzwords.
Yeah.
Let's think about like this theft, right? Let's say physical threats where someone might come in and steal your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't need to leave your things like insecure. If you have a sensitive data, like I have like my laptop, I know it's
Yeah.
very like it's have data that somebody might not see that's I don't want person somebody to see and it's confidential. So what
Yeah.
you can do is put a very strong password in it
A
so
strong
that
password.
even if somebody yes even somebody try to break in and it like that's not gonna possible because you're the only one who know this password how to get into your computer.
Yeah.
Then you should not leave your things whenever and wherever because they might steal them, might steal your things like steal your phone
Yeah.
and you might lose them. Yeah. And these natural threats we talk about earthquakes, yeah, you need to have like backup. You need to have
Yes.
backup because if Yes, you need to regularly back up your stuff. Find somewhere else where you keep it, where I keep your stuff, like where you back up your stuff. Even if my computer is stolen, but I will still have a backup. I will still have like a hard drive or a
even
cloud
when it's
storage.
just broken, if it's broken,
Yeah,
because I hear
yes,
some
even if it's
people,
broken.
their computers, oh my, I lost my all my pictures, all my data. So
Yeah,
I think people need to also just realize that, that we need to have a backup and also protect our our gadgets and our data so much. You know what, John, please, I think would love to have you again back, because I think we need this information, we need to share it as much as possible, because all of us, we don't know, we find ourselves, we've been hacked, either been hacked or we lost our data, so we don't know. So most people don't know where to find this information. How do you back up your stuff? What's the best way to back up things? It's just so much information. So we would love you to come and speak to our viewers again. We're just running out of a little bit of time for other guests as well, but this is very interesting. And guys, please ask questions. If you ask questions, we'll bring John back again. You guys, you are not asking questions, so I know you need a lot of information about backing your data, taking care of your information, your pictures. I know you guys have a lot of questions, so you still leave comments below, and John will still answer them when he comes back. So he's still here, so we might bring him if you guys have got so many questions about John. So thank you so much, John. We really do appreciate.